What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. Today we are reviewing Steady Rolling Man by Deya. I think it's just Deya Brewing Company. Yeah, Deya Brewing Company. Now this one I'm really excited to try. So Deya have popped up everywhere on my Instagram, around general like craft beer circles. Deya seem to be a brewery that I keep seeing. They were in my local bottle shop, seem to be everywhere, so I'm really excited to try them and see what all the hype is about. So they're not anywhere near me, which I thought they might be, because like I say, I kept seeing them everywhere, but they are based in Cheltenham in Gloucestershire, so quite a while away from me. Still obviously UK based, but really cool front cover. This dude playing a guitar with a wreath around him. It's pretty chill. I think it's a wreath of hops actually, which is really cool. It just seems like a really chill brewery, really positive vibes. This nice pink can is really cool with this flowers as well. So they've put that it's just a pale ale, but I did have a quick look on Untappd and it said it was a New England. So if that's the case, I'm really happy already. Another thing on Untappd that I saw is that they're really popular, really highly rated. So with beers that aren't like stouts or porters, they don't tend to average so highly. Stouts and porters, if they're really popular, tend to be in like the 4s, but like paler beers aren't, whereas Deya ones seem to be. They seem to be getting like 4s out of 5s as an average. So yeah, everything is pointing towards this beer being really good, so I'm really excited to try it. One nice thing is, I don't know if you guys can tell on my hand, but it's a 500ml can. For once, we only seem to review 330 or 440, so really nice to have a little bit more. At 5.2%, it's not hugely strong, but it's still a nice percentage that you hopefully will feel it. So obviously we're talking 2.6 UK units by that maths, but I think it's a really nice looking beer, and I think it's a really good idea to get it cracked open. You guys can let me know if you've tried this. Like I said, it's got about 25,000 check-ins on Untappd, so it seems to be a popular one. So by smell, it smells quite sweety, tropical, and I would say like fruity on the nose. Not really pungent, but nice and sweet. So yeah, a little bit mild, but nice smell. Oh, okay, it's lighter than I thought it would be. That's really yellow. I wouldn't even say that had a hint of orange. This really looks like a session IPA. So yeah, very thin. You can see my hand through it for sure. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting it to be so light. It looks like a 3.5% lager or something. As always, it's always darker on camera, even with my colour corrections. But that looks really light. Something that might help is if you guys look at the thumbnail of this video, that will be a little bit more truer to colour, probably. I don't know if I said already, but it is vegan friendly, so you guys know I always like that, and it's unfiltered, unpasteurised and unfined. So it's exciting, and it also says please keep this can refrigerated to preserve the flavour profile intended. My cans are always refrigerated when I review them. Don't worry about that, Deya. Alright, so still a little bit left in the can, obviously. This is a pint glass, but I'll let the head go down a little bit. Judging by how light the beer is, I guess the head should go down quite quickly. But yeah, lovely smells already. I'm just wondering what it will taste like now. If it will taste true to the smells, if it will taste quite different, and really just what all the hype is about. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I think that's my washing up skills. Spotted something in the glass rather than the beer itself. But yeah, that's already going down. Yeah, nice and fruity on the nose, tropical. You guys know the smells I mean, but I think it's worth just getting into it and giving it a sip. It's quite clean flavoured. It's a little bit thin, but that's not a bad thing. It's not watery or anything. I'm still getting the flavours, so it's quite, it's not as sweet to taste. It's a little bit bitter, but not hugely bitter. Let me give it a few more sips to build that flavour a little bit more. It's nice, it's quite piney, not so sort of floral and sweet as it smelled, but like I said, that's quite nice. I'm struggling to kind of articulate it as more than what I've said already. But yeah, quite thin. Like I said, not a bad thing. It doesn't feel like you're drinking 5.2%. It feels more like you're drinking. I mean, I've had craft beers that are like 2%, and they look like this. So yeah, this one you probably get quite drunk on if you weren't careful. But really not an overly powerful flavour. But I think that's in a good way. It's quite sessionable. Like I said at the beginning, it's a little bit like it looked like a session IPA, and that's really what it tastes like too. Nothing too particularly overpowering or overwhelming, but still really enjoyable. Those burps, they just taste quite sweet, quite fruity. It's a little bit juicy, but it's, like I said, it's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. But yeah, really clean and crisp, I would say. And I know I've said it 3 times now, but yeah, quite thin as well. Yeah, I think it's definitely one that you want to have and drink if you wanted a bit of a session. Like, I won't, but I could probably get through this quite quickly, because there's nothing too overwhelming, too overpowering about it, and it's not physically thick. I don't know if perhaps I would call it a New England IPA. I tend to associate those with like a cloudier colour. But like I say, that's the classifications that Untapped have given it. It might not even be what Deya themselves class it as. As I said, they've just called it a pale ale, and I would say that's more true to it. There's no mention of hops, by the way. It just says juicy American hops. So if you guys know what the hops are, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, this is enjoyable. It's a nice sessionable pale ale, I definitely say. Steady rolling man, I think it lives up to that name, just being very chill, very relaxed. You can definitely sit on a beach at a festival and enjoy one of these for sure. I really like that the sticker kind of looks like it was made for like a 440ml can, but they've done it on the 500. I just really like that gap with the silver and the pink. I just think it looks really nice. Like I said, they're definitely one to watch, and I don't think it'll be the last Deya beer for sure. I've not got any more in my collection at the moment, but I will keep an eye out for them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. In terms of what I'm going to give it out of 5, I don't think it's quite lived up to a 4, but I am going to give it a 3.75. Definitely think it's nice and enjoyable, sessionable, but not particularly strong in flavour or colour, but still a really, really enjoyable beer. Let me know if you guys have had any beers by Deya and what you thought of them, and let me know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. If I have flashbacks to how I was pronouncing deity, I was pronouncing it deity in the other beer review. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. As always, I will catch you in the next one. But in the meantime, keep enjoying those craft beers. Peace.